Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is part 2 to my excuse me, to my live reading session. There are spots that are still open if anybody still wants to sign up. I'm very excited to answer the next couple questions, and I'm just waiting for everybody to pop in on this chat. And I'll get started in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to sort my love deck because it's had a lot of use today. And I'm just about to do another love reading. It's Melinda is next. So Melinda is next. What's up, you guys? Thanks for joining me here. I am going to probably go live on Christmas for free, just for the heck of it. So if for some reason you're alone on Christmas or you're just going to be chilling later on in the afternoon and evening, I'm going to be going live on Christmas. I don't know what time, it's going to be kind of random, but it's going to be a free session on Christmas, just as my Christmas present to you guys. And if anyone is interested, I have just a couple spots left. If you want to participate, send $11 plus 11 cents and your question to paypal.me/rainbowharmony. All right, so I'm going to get started with Melinda's question. She's next. Melinda has a new love in her life. Very excited for you. You just started dating and you're just wondering, like, what is the deal here? Like, how do they feel about you? Like, is this relationship for your highest good? Perhaps what the future is going to look like for you guys. And yeah, let's go ahead and just pull some cards. First, I want to see what the current energy is between you and this person. Current energy. Wow. So I think this relationship is going to be very different from the last person you were with. I'm getting a really strong energy around your last relationship. I don't know if you guys were dating for like years or something, but I see that relationship was very codependent, meaning you guys got very attached to each other. You didn't really have a lot of friends or activities going on outside of the relationship, and it just became kind of stifling and suffocating, and so you felt like you needed to step away from that person to like find yourself and find your independence again. And I feel like you've done that. And now you're kind of on a different vibe and you're attracting a different kind of person into your life. And so there's this message to stay optimistic about your love life. Like, this person that you've met and you're dating now is a whole fresh new energy for you and is really good for you and where you're at right now. And I see the best thing about this is that you guys both have your independence and you can come together in this relationship in a healthy way. I love seeing this codependency card reverse. Like, this is a healthy relationship. And then there's this beautiful card here that's telling you to trust that this connection is for your highest good and that this person isn't just going to leave you high and dry. I do feel like this is going to be a long-term commitment. Excuse me, I'm going to drink some water. I'm probably going to have to take a break from doing readings tomorrow after all these marathon readings. So let's see how they feel about you. So this is a message saying that this kind of puts the final nail in the coffin with you and your ex. I feel like maybe you guys still stayed friends, or you still have friends that know your ex, or you might run into them sometimes, and like sometimes it's hard, but I feel like this put the final nail in the coffin in like a positive way. Like, you finally cut the cords and this next person really is your soulmate. you have a really strong soul connection with them. You feel like you can tell them things that you've never told anyone else. Like you can really be your true self with them. And I feel like you don't feel like you're like having to take care of this person or like mother them, because they have a really good situation going for them in their life. So you feel like you're their equal. And so this is saying make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. So open your heart to this person and also take the time to let this develop. You know, you guys might be moving in together. I feel like you might be getting a bigger place together or like a nicer place together. I feel like you guys both have good finances between you. And I think it's inevitable you guys will be sharing a place together, and this could go to the next step in the distant future. It's possible you guys could get married if that's something you're interested in. But they're saying it's worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Perhaps you guys haven't had the DTR yet. You haven't like defined the relationship fully, or like this is just really new for you guys. But I think you guys are going to end up in a long commitment. I definitely think that they're your soulmate. I think you're opening up to them more and more every day. I don't see any red flags here. They're saying make the effort, open up your heart, and I feel like cutting the cords with your ex is like the final step. So let's pull some more cards for you about this person that's come into your life. Really beautiful energy here. Oh my gosh, this is the sun. This is like the happiest, most joyful, positive card in the entire tarot deck. And it's telling you that you are in the right place at the right time. Like this is a very synchronistic relationship. This is saying that everything will be sunny and bright. This is a sign of good fortune. This is saying like you feel like you don't have to have any secrets with this person. You guys can communicate fully. Your heart is open to them. You can truly express yourself. The love between you guys really empowers you. This is saying this relationship will grow. So this is really beautiful. This is very exciting for you. Really good energy here. Oh my gosh, we're getting the Eight of Swords reversed. Boy, do I like to see that card reversed. This is the indecision card, but it's reversed. So it's saying like trust your decision. Trust, once again, where'd that card go? Where is it? Anyways, the trust card, I think I put it back in the deck, but this is basically just another version of the trust card. Trust that this is exactly what you need at this time. You've attracted this person. I feel like what happened with your ex is you got to this point where you were just like, this isn't it. Like, this isn't what I wanted. And, you know, it's outgrown its purpose. And I feel like the second you realize your ex and you weren't supposed to work out, you put this prayer out and this intention out that you wanted to date like this man. You wanted to be with someone who was on your vibe and on your level, like someone you could really grow with. And I feel like your prayers have been answered with this new person. Like they're the answer to your prayers. They're right for you. I also think that Capricorn and Gemini are a pretty good match. You feel empowered now. There's a lot of change around you. Many happy, positive changes. I do see like a change of residence. I also feel like this is someone you can travel with. I feel like you've been traveling more lately, or you want to travel more. This is someone that like can afford to travel with you and like wants to take that step with you and wants to adventure with you and explore. You definitely dreamed this person into existence. And you can be creative with this person. I feel like they're a very creative individual. So wonderful. I'm very excited for you, Melinda. I hope that this goes well. Definitely keep me posted. And thank you so much for supporting me and my cause. I hope you have happy holidays. All right. So who is next, John?
Sinem.
Who?
Sinem G.
Okay, so Sinem G is next.
They have a new job just starting soon.
Okay.
I want you to look into prospects, finances.
Okay. So you have a new job that you are starting soon, Sinem, and you're just wanting me to look into your finances, this new job, any other prospects. So let's go ahead and pull some cards for that. So this is a brand new beginning for you, and I'm being prompted to read just a little bit of the passage from the book on this card because it's going to explain exactly where you're at. I think you're going to be very excited to see. Eight of Vessels. So this card reads, "Rejoice, a time of renewal and potential is here. The cycle of rebirth and healing brings inner peace and confidence. Once you accept that all the blessings and gifts of life can be yours or already belong to you, the fear of asking is gone. It's time to shed the skin of the past and accept and utilize the overflowing potential that is freely available to you now. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Do not be afraid to ask, why not me? See potential where others only see barriers. See challenge as others see impossible odds. Apply everything that you've learned through your experience to any problem and you will not fail. Drink of this new fountain of opportunity and renew your life objectives. Grasp the future in your hands and shape it as you would have it manifest in your life." I also feel like this is kind of like a job well done from your like spirit guides reaching out to you saying like you've done well. Like you followed your intuition and you've been responsible to put yourself out there to go through that resume process to the interview process, and you stayed focused and you kept going until you landed this job. The last job you had to let it go because it's like you couldn't move up anymore. There were no opportunities for advancement. You felt stuck, and I see like it was a toxic work environment. So I think you're a little hesitant because you're worried like, is this cycle going to repeat itself? But no, this job is going to be a new foundation for you. I see a lot of abundance. And they're saying you have a decision to make to basically let this bad taste that you still have in your mouth from that other job go and to step forward into this new opportunity. You can be whoever you want to be. These new people at this new job, they don't know you. So if you had a reputation for being a certain kind of person at your last job, or you weren't necessarily seen as like a leader or something, you can basically rebrand yourself. You can show up and you can work hard and you can start all over. You can reset yourself. You can reset your routine. So you might also want to think about your routine in life. You know, if you're the kind of person that used to just kind of like wake up a couple minutes before your job, grab something, run out the door, maybe get up at 2 hours before your work. Start being that person who gets up early, you know, go to the gym, get stuff done in the morning, you know, have a routine and like enjoy your time before you go to work so you can show up refreshed, like you've already done stuff for yourself. And I think that's something that's coming out for you is getting up early. And I know that might be hard, but I think it's going to be good for you because like I said, you're going to be able to accomplish things and kind of steal time back from your day. So when you show up to work, you already feel fulfilled. You already feel like you're on a high vibe. You've had a really good time. And then you can move into your day from that perspective. You're already awake. You're already ready. You're ready to go and work hard. There is going to be a challenge with your work-life balance with this job, though. It's going to be very demanding at first, and I feel like there's cards coming out that are wanting you to be aware of. You might be asked to stay late. You might be asked to take on more responsibilities. I feel like they're going to prime you for something. They might already have in mind, oh, this person would be a really good for this job. Maybe we can promote them. I feel like they already have ideas of kind of what they want to do with you in this position, and they're going to expect a lot of you, and the training is going to go by really fast. So my advice to you is like bring a notebook and like take notes. You know, because the training is going to go by fast and that might be kind of challenging and you might feel overwhelmed at first, but remember that's just how it is when you get a new job, and you'll take it on in no time. You'll learn in no time. You'll bond with the people that are there. And I feel like you're finally making it through this energy, the energy, like the doors have been closed for you for so long, and now all of a sudden there's all these doors opening, there's new opportunities, and it's the end of your struggle. So I do see a little bit of challenge with the training. It's going to go by fast, and the work-life balance might be hard, but that's why I'm seeing the message about you waking up early in the morning and kind of taking some time for yourself before you go to work. And then this is talking about the struggle being over, and like they have an idea of promoting you quite soon. So I feel like that's why you need to hit this job and you need to just hit the ground running. You're going to be in a good situation. This is the rabbit. It's like, you know how some people have like a lucky rabbit's foot or whatever? It's a sign of luck, it's a sign of money. And then this is the moon here talking about manifestation. So stay dedicated, and basically you're leaving the old behind and you're entering into a new phase. You're definitely manifesting some beautiful energy here. Oh, and you said, yes, they already told me about future prospects and opportunities. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you in the cards, like a leadership position of some sort. There's somebody at work you might feel. Okay, so basically I see why they hired you is there's somebody at your job that was supposed to get the position that they're trying to prime you into, and you kind of might be going up against this person. I feel like you're already a shoo-in for this promotion, but because this person has a bad attitude. So if you just stay strong, stay away from this person, you'll know exactly who it is. Mind your business. Don't really form alliances with them. Just be courteous and kind of keep your head down. You'll end up being this person's boss, and then it won't even be that big of a deal. I feel like this person's on their way out. They might get fired, and it's because they have a really bad attitude. And so you're basically getting hired to like replace that person, if that makes sense. So that's one thing you do need to know. There was someone else who was supposed to get that position, but they don't have the attitude that it takes. And this has happened before at the place I used to work. There was this one guy who had worked there for years, and he was supposed to get the next manager position, but he had such a bad attitude and like was so much drama that they literally hired someone and promoted them like right away just because they had a better attitude and they had a good work experience. So funny. Like that just came up in my mind. I feel like it was like a message, like you're getting hired to replace this person who has a bad attitude. And this is talking about like competition. So I think a good attitude goes far, and I think that's why I'm also getting the message like to show up in the morning like rested and like ready for work. And this is like the sadness, the sorrow card, but it's reversed. So it's talking about happiness and good fortune, and yeah, I think it's all going to work out for you. Let's pull some final messages from my angel deck. Anything else you need to know about this new job? Yeah, you're going to get promoted in about 2 months. About 8 weeks, you'll be getting promoted. So yeah, expect the promotion. And then release the journey. They're saying release the past with the old job you had. This new one's going to be completely different. Aside from this person who I feel like won't be at the job much longer, everyone you'll get along with really well. Go with the flow. Your prayers have been answered by this. The angels have guided you to this job specifically so that you can get the financial abundance you've been looking for and like just a new position. They're saying, and this is reverse, it's saying you've already done the hard work. Like you brought up your confidence to go out there and get this new job. That was the hardest part, was just landing the job. It's all downhill from there. So yeah, your journey's over. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Now just go with the flow. I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for supporting my cause, and I will see you later. Hope you have happy holidays. So submissions closed now?
Yeah, 14, I think 15, someone just messaged their way to.
Okay. Once they book it, just let me know and I'll just close the submissions. All right, you guys, I'm just talking to my assistant. So who's next?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, what?
Jennifer.
Okay, so Jennifer is next.
Any messages from higher self from the twin flame?
Okay, so messages from higher self regarding your twin flame for Jennifer. You guys know love is my specialty.
15.
All right, guys, want to let everybody know submissions are closed. If maybe one more person really, really wants a reading, can probably squeeze you in, but submissions are closed. Okay, so Jennifer, messages from your higher self regarding your twin flame. Okay, so I feel like you really want to connect with this person and you're waiting for a conversation because a lot has happened between you guys. Maybe this person was your ex or you've been with them before, and I feel like you've surrendered this connection and you're at this point where you've come to peace with the separation. But you really do want to know like what they could tell you, like what they want to tell you, why they're not able to talk to you. So what would your twin flame tell you right now if they could? Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so your twin flame is saying that they do love you, but right now they need to love themselves more and focus on their goals. They don't have their foundation yet in life, meaning they haven't really financially set themselves up. They don't really know exactly what direction they're going in. They're really trying to break out of their routine right now and meet these goals. And so they understand, you know, that you have these feelings and that you want this connection. And I feel like they're also kind of sad because they feel like they can't be with you right now because they feel like they can't give you that full attention. Like they don't have the energy to pursue you. Like all of their energy right now is going into themselves and into paving this foundation. You know, there is true love here. They do love you. And it says this is the romance of a lifetime. So let's go ahead and see what your twin flame's feelings are towards you, just to get a clarifier. Aww. So there is passion here. Your twin flame really wants to connect with you and remembers the time that you guys had and like the passion that you guys have shared, and they think about this often. So that's on their mind. Holding you, connecting with you. And maybe there's somebody new in their life right now, and so that's been kind of worrying you. But I do feel like this is a karmic connection, somebody who's coming to help prepare their heart for you guys kind of to be together, if that makes sense. This karmic soulmate or karmic partner is coming into their life to be able to open up their heart and mirror back to them different soul lessons and help them to work out karma. And we see this in the twin flame connection. There are usually karmic partners that will come in between the twin flames to help kind of open the hearts and open the connection and prime the connection. And so I feel like that's been going on during the separation. But here's their foundation, the foundation of life. They have passion for you, but their foundation is the most important thing to them right now. And you want to be with somebody who chooses themselves first, because somebody who sacrifices themselves for another person, that's codependency, that's people pleasing. And sometimes people like that can be kind of weak. You want the person you're with to be strong, to love themselves, because the more that love they have for themselves, the more love they can have for you. So this is an act of love for themselves and also for you. I want to see what the outcome of this connection is, like what energy is coming into the connection with you guys. And then I also want to get a timeline on union for you. Yes, we were just seeing love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And so this is what you guys are both learning right now. This is what you guys are both going through. So I'm actually going to read this from the book because it actually says it perfectly. The universe is cheering you on in your quest for great love by letting you know that you deserve it. As a child of the universe, you're naturally a loving and lovable person. You have the right to be treated with kindness and respect by everyone in your life. If you've had harsh life experiences, you may have blamed yourself and felt unworthy of receiving affection. This card is a reassurance that you do deserve it. You're a beautiful being of the universe's pure love and light, no matter what any person has said or done to you, and no matter what has happened in the past. The universe's handiwork can never be undone. The more that you affirm, I am lovable, I am loved, I am loving, the more this experience comes true for you. Affirmations help you believe spiritual truths at a deep, unconscious level. This in turn allows you to attract loving people, relationships, and circumstances that you deserve. So, this is what you guys are both working on, affirming self love to yourselves and also opening your heart to receive love. So the message is to keep an open mind in the way and in the time that this connection and this union comes together. So let's go ahead and pull a timeline on when you guys are likely to speak again and connect again. Perhaps 4 months from now. I know that you're really wanting that connection right now, but I just feel like it has a lot to do with your twins' foundation and the work that they're doing on themselves right now. I do feel like 4 months from now, there's a possibility of this connection. I see them like they're like reaching out to you and like a new beginning. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and we're going to move on to the next person as I clear my energy with my crystal. Who is it? Okay, so Anina is next. Thank you so much for supporting me again, Anina.
Quick love reading. Any blockages or update on that timeline?
Okay, so Anina, you're just wanting a quick love reading. Any updates, like any blockages, update on the timeline of when you're going to connect with your soulmate. So let's see if there's any blockages on your end, and then we'll see what the blockages are on their end, on you connecting with this person. So let's start with blockages on their end first. This is your next soulmate. Okay, so right now, your next soulmate, their blockage is that currently they're not open to a relationship. I feel like it's because they're afraid of being vulnerable with someone, of letting someone inside because they're feeling extremely vulnerable right now. They are at a point where they really need to visualize their future and decide what they want and set goals. And I feel like they're kind of dragging their feet on that. And that happens. I'm actually literally doing that right now, personally. It's about to be New Year. I know I need to set goals for my future. I've manifested all the things I've asked for, and I'm just at this point where I'm like, dang, like I need to really figure out where I want to go next. And I feel like this is kind of where your soulmate is at right now. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think like they're in a comfortable place, and they're just not really open to change right now. But then we see the angel of miracles coming in. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities coming into their life, especially at the beginning of 2019. It's going to get their energy going and get some like good juju around them. And I feel like naturally as a part of that, they're going to want to start looking for a relationship as they make these changes. It's going to make them open to change in general, including a relationship. So I think time is really going to heal this blockage for them. I don't see it as that big of a deal. It's just like this is where they're at right now. So next we're going to go ahead and see what your blockages are to manifesting this soulmate into your life and connecting with this soulmate. Anything you need to clear. So the message I'm seeing here is about connecting with your inner child. So the message with this card is really asking you, when was the last time that you made time for play in your life? sometimes going outdoors and going out into nature has a lot to do with this. This is one of the biggest words of advice that I give to my clients who are trying to attract love in their life. I will tell them, go out into nature. First of all, you're gonna let your inner child out. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna connect with the universe, the plants, and the animals. You're gonna feel free. You're gonna receive healing. You're going to absorb all of that beautiful, playful, blissful, gorgeous nature energy into your aura, and it will actually make you more attractive. So there's so many benefits, and you have to remember that when you go out into nature, that is going inside. Like, we were born into nature. Like, these structures and these boxes, like these houses, these apartments that we live in, these buildings, like, that is not naturally how we have lived. And so we're really supposed to be spending as much time out there as we can. Now, if it's snowing or if it's freezing cold, then just bundle up and play with the snow for like 20 minutes, you know? Um, if it's raining, go play in the rain for a little bit. Even if the weather's bad, you can still get a little bit of time out in nature. Try to watch sunsets or sunrises as often as you can. It's really good for your circadian rhythm and your clock and for your organs, and it's really good for your spirit and for your energy and for your third eye. I feel like there's a lot of messages telling you going out in nature is going to help you, and you see that like she's carrying these flowers. You can even bring nature into your home, putting flowers around and just creating like a really beautiful energy around you, good vibes. Because this has a lot to do with your aura, like your attraction. You're naturally beautiful, you're naturally attractive, but you're more attractive when you feel attractive, when you feel good. So, whatever it takes you to feel good, do those things as often as possible. And chances are the natural things you like to do, the natural hobbies and talents and gifts that you had as a child, doing those things more often is going to make you happier. I remember I went to therapy once, and my therapist had me make a list of all the things that I like to do that made me happy, and because I was going through a depression, and her advice for me was to hang the list up, and anytime I'm feeling depressed, pick one of those things off the list and just do it. And it actually worked, you know, like doing things that makes you happy makes you happier. You sometimes if you're not feeling good, you're feeling kind of down or depressed, it's important not to run away from that. But so, you know, be there for yourself. If you feel depressed one day, doesn't mean you're never going to attract your soulmate. Don't worry about that. But as often as you can, make your own list. Make your own list of the things that make you happy and try to do those. For me, obviously, I love tarot reading, but painting is something that really helps me connect with my inner child and to feel happy and to feel like I'm expressing myself. So I think trying something artistic is going to help you clear this blockage. You can also do root chakra meditations because this inner child energy comes from the root chakra. So clearing out your root chakra can help you with this. You can wear the color red. It has to do with passion, and it also is a good color for the root chakra. Going barefoot in the grass or in the dirt can also help you get grounded and help with this root chakra and help and block this energy. And rose oil can even help, kind of like this. This is frankincense oil, but rose oil is actually really good for your root chakra, just smelling it or putting it on you. Putting roses around your house. So these are all different ways you can unblock the root chakra, or you can help heal this inner child energy. Let's go ahead and see if there's any other blockages. I feel like you've done a lot of healing already. Now it's just about allowing yourself to have fun, allowing yourself to express yourself and be present. Yeah, this is like a rebirth for you. So I don't really see like you have a lot of cord cutting to do or you need to like really heal. Like sometimes I give advice to other people, like it's time to take a step back and go within and really heal. I don't really see that for you because I feel like you've done a lot of that already. It's more about embracing your new life, like having this rebirth, embracing the newness in your life, being open to receive. And I feel like embracing the inner child does put you into that receptive mode. allowing yourself to have fun, to put it simply. Also, be patient. This soulmate is going to come in your life. Probably not immediately, but definitely in 2019. So let's just get you an update on the timeline. So 2 months from now, you're still going to be feeling kind of like, where the heck are you? But I would just continue to work on the inner child and having fun on your own. I see in 9 months is when this person's going to come in. This is talking about a crossroads, and then we see like this decision you have to make. Somebody will be coming in your life. I think you guys will get along very well. They have a soulmate type of energy to them, and you'll get to decide like if this is the person you want to take this path with. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'm wishing you happy holidays. So who's next?
Heather?
All right, Heather is next.
She's got a lot of anger from the past with her dad.
Okay.
He's not good for her.
Yeah.
Not good for the mom.
Yeah.
Live around him and see him a lot.
Yeah.
How do I get over anger and heal him? He's a narcissist.
Oh, he's a narcissist?
So she's
Okay, yeah. All right, so you came to the right person. Heather, so thank you so much for just feeling like you could come to me with this. This is literally why I became a reader, a tarot reader, and a life coach, because my parents are narcissists, and it was awful, and I had to go no contact, and it just like changed my whole life and like sent me on this crazy healing journey and caused my spiritual awakening. Just, it's like, it was beautiful how I chose to react to all of it and like everything that happened, but it was also hell and it was a nightmare. So basically you're experiencing like a narcissistic father, and you know that he's not good for your mother, and you have to be around him all the time, and you have a lot of anger, and you're just like, what do I do? So the first thing you need to do is figure out how you're going to get out of there, because you can't live in an abusive situation anymore. And I know that you really want to help your mother, but you have to realize it's not your responsibility. You're going to have to bow to her path and to their path and move on. I don't feel like the situation for you is as extreme that you have to go no contact with your family. Like, the only way you can really handle a narcissist is to limit your contact with them or go no contact. So he's constantly going to be trying to get supply out of you, trying to pit you and your mom against each other, triangulation. He's going to be messing with you, trying to get the narcissistic supply, And so you're just going to have to realize this is how he's going to be. He's not going to change. He's twisted inside. And your mom, she's the codependent. So she is the one enabling him. You're probably the scapegoat. And so it's frustrating because you probably wish your mom could stick up for you and she could do something, and she doesn't see how abusive he is. And, there's probably a lot of things he's done to you behind your mom's back, and you probably try to tell her about it, and she's just gonna stick up for him no matter what. So it's hard when you feel like your mom is choosing this abusive, toxic man over you, her own child, but that happens a lot. It happens a lot. And sometimes you have to be the bigger person to just walk away from it and try to make the best you can out of your life and realize, that's the choice that she's made. It's hurtful. It's the most hurtful thing ever. But I think acceptance is going to help you to realize I can't change them. I can only be in control of me and of my life. So I think what the most important thing is for you is to find what your dream is. What is your big dream? Have you always wanted to be on stage? Do you want to act? Do you want to sing? Do you want to dance? Do you want to write? Do you have like a dream school or a dream college you've always wanted to go to? Do you dream of moving to Paris or going to the country or, being a doctor or like whatever? Like, really think about what your big dream is, and you want to put all of your time and all of your energy into that. Go to school if you can, or get a job and work your ass off. Save up money. What's really hard is when you've gone through narcissistic abuse is you tend to buy things to make yourself feel better. So For me, it took me years to get out of my narcissist situation and find my own apartment and my own life because I was dependent on my narcissist, and they tried to control me with money. And I would, whenever I had money, I would spend it on just like shoes and bags and purses and concert tickets and blah blah blah, and going out with friends and just trying to escape the situation. I feel like you might just have to buckle down and save up money, and don't tell your mom what your plans are. Don't tell your dad what your plans are. And one day when your dad is gone, you're going to have to tell your mom that you're leaving. You know, like, I'm leaving. I'm trying to move somewhere far away. The universe will support you. You probably have to get a roommate or something. It might be really scary, but it's going to be the best decision you've ever made, because you can't stay in that toxic situation. And the longer you stay, the more of your life the narcissist is going to suck away from you. And I've seen people stay with their narcissist, and it just gets bad the older that you get. So this is saying you need to get away, and you need to find your peace. And you will. Like, once you get away from that, you're going to be so shocked how much energy you have, how much fun your life is, how many friends you're going to make, how many opportunities are out there for you. And it's going to be clear that life doesn't have to be the way that the narcissist thinks it should, because you can't be happy because the narcissist won't let you be. No one's allowed to be happy around the narcissist. They can't stand that energy. So you need to go somewhere you can shine your light, and this needs to be your priority. So figure out what your big dream is, save your money, and get the hell out of there. And even if it takes you 2 years or a year, just in the meantime, how you can deal with your dad is the gray rock technique. Okay, you've probably researched narcissism. I'm just going to repeat this. You probably heard it before, but if you're dealing with a narcissist, when they talk to you, you have to become as interesting as a gray rock. So if they're like, oh, so what are you going to school for? Like, what are you doing with your money from your job? Or blah, 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 blah. You can just be like, oh, I'm just buying stuff, just, doing things. And if they're like, oh, like, why are you going out with that person? Or, they're going to ask you things, and you're just going to be like, oh, because I wanted to. Now, what's going to happen when you basically don't give in to the narcissist, and you don't give them any supply, and you don't react to them? What's going to happen is they're going to get angry, and they're going to go into a rage, and they're going to get really mad. But eventually they're going to keep poking at you and keep poking at you and keep poking at you. And eventually they're going to realize that they can never get a reaction from you. They might try to take things away from you. They might try to tell you can't go out. You're just going to be like, okay, whatever. And like, literally just, no matter what they do not react to it. That is your mission. From now until you move out of that house, do not react to the narcissist. Don't give them anything. And then, unfortunately, you're going to have to start treating your mom like that. Your mom has probably been parentifying you. She's probably been going to you and talking about how upset she is at your dad, and you guys probably talk about him together, and you probably try to give her advice, and then she doesn't follow it. You probably confide in your mom because you feel safer and closer to her because of how toxic your dad is. But what your mom does is she goes behind your back and she tells your dad everything that you tell her. And so you can't trust either of them. And I know you're very close to your mom. You're probably a little codependent with your mom because of the toxic dynamic of the family, but you're slowly going to have to start detaching and gray rocking her too. And just do your own thing, save up your money, and get out of there. And don't ask for permission. You literally get everything ready to go, and you can tell your mom, I'm leaving. And if you want to be honest, you can tell her why. You can tell her, I think you should leave him. He's toxic. He's a narcissist. He's abusive. I can't take this abuse anymore. I'm going. And then just get out of there, and don't call for a while, don't play their games. And then maybe eventually you and your mom can kind of repair things. I don't know about you and your dad. You probably never can. And you might decide to show up on holidays sometimes. You're just going to have to brace yourself and realize it's always going to be drama with them. It's how it's going to be. And just, it's life. It's like the saddest thing. It is what it is with narcissists. You can't change them, but you can only change yourself. But here's the amazing thing, okay? Because you grew up like this, you are probably very smart. You're probably very intuitive and you're probably really artistic. Some of the most amazing, talented, artistic people I know were born to narcissists. And basically, escaping all of that, like you usually run to yourself and to your creative abilities. So, people who are very smart and very educated and very artistic and gifted usually come from narcissists, myself included. When my narcissistic parents were fighting and going crazy, I'd be in my room flipping through fashion magazines. I'd be doing makeup. I'd be trying on different outfits. And my love for fashion grew because that's kind of what I turned to help me through all that craziness. And I got really good at it. And then I got a job in the fashion industry because of it. So, what do you turn to when shit's hitting the fan with your parents? Like, what do you go to? Like, what do you occupy yourself with? Like, turn to that, run into your dreams, and your dreams will take you out of that situation. Following my dream of fashion is what took me out of that horrible, toxic situation and gave me a brand new life. And I've been narcissist free for a couple years. Actually, years and years now. It's been a while. And my life is so amazing. All of my dreams have come true. I don't have to worry about anything. The second that I left that life behind, the universe sent me friends and money and synchronicity and like all the doors open. Like it was clear to see that like I just needed to leave that behind and live my life for myself and not worry about them anymore. You are not responsible for healing your parents or for helping your mom or for changing them. And you're fortunate that you've woken up this early and realized what is really going on here. Because a lot of people go through their whole life and they don't realize it until it's almost too late. And so you don't have to suffer like this anymore. You deserve better. And now you're going to be going on the path of healing, and you're going to learn how to reparent yourself and how to give yourself the love that you never, really received. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I see you and I understand because I've been through it too. And I think there's a lot of people here on Rainbow Harmony who've been through this. And long term, this is kind of random, but my long term goal is to open up healing centers for survivors of narcissistic abuse. I can't say that, it's like a tongue twister. It's an epidemic. A lot of people have got this, especially in the US. Anyways, they're saying your parents are like the opposite of twin flames. They're very toxic. And but you're going to empower yourself through this, and you're going to thrive, and you're going to go on to help other people through your example. When you find your peace and you find your happiness, that trickles on to help everyone around you. And getting out of that situation and healing yourself and helping yourself and thriving through it will eventually help your family in the long run. But you got to get out of there, okay? I hope that resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light. I'm going to make more videos on this topic in the future. And search Rainbow Harmony narcissism and or like narcissistic. Just type those words in, and I think I have 1 or 2 pick a card readings I've done on this already. And so, John, can you actually drop the link below to that narcissism pick a card reading we did in Egypt? Remember that pick a card reading we did? Just search Rainbow Harmony narcissism or narcissistic. John's going to drop a link below to another video I did on this if anyone else who's watching is interested, or if you're interested. And try to have happy holidays. It's probably going to be drama because narcissists always ruin holidays. So have fun with that. But try to just enjoy yourself and enjoy your life and stay away from them as much as you can. That's my best advice for you. You're going to get through it. If I can do it, you can do it. And by the way, my partner John, he's been through it too. Most people you meet who are artists or clairvoyants or very gifted have gone through that. So you're going to have a new life. Don't worry. So who's next? Okay, Corey. All right, Corey. Corey Aldredge is next.
What did my guardian angel want to know? Recently, I've been reconsidering everything I've been pursuing for so long. I feel a bit confused about my
So you're wondering, what does your guardian angel want you to know? And I communicate with the angels, so I can definitely help you with this. And you're saying also you feel like you've been kind of reconsidering your entire path and like all the decisions you've made. So you're just wondering what your guardian angel wants you to know regarding this. Okay, so there is kind of a dual message here. This is telling you definitely stay the path. A lot of the choices you've had on your mind, a lot of the intuitive insight you've been given in the path that you've chosen, like you're on the right path. But there are a couple of small changes you need to make, and I'm going to find out specifically what those are. But they're saying you have to have the willingness to change the things you need to change, but also stay committed to the path. I feel like the path you're on is kind of a longer path. It's going to take time for this harvest to come, for the fruit to blossom. It's like the difference between planting some tomato plants and then planting an oak tree. Obviously, the tomato plants are going to bloom and grow a little faster than an oak tree. You've planted an oak tree. This is a big wish you have, a big dream that you have. And it's going to take time, and you have to be willing to put years of work and energy and investment into it. And they're just saying, are you willing to do that? Is that worth it to you? Is your freedom worth it for you? And they're saying it's worth it. So what needs to change here? You've been going through a time of introspection, kind of like a hermit mode, where you've been listening to your inner voice and your intuition more, and you've kind of pulled back from the world. You've pulled back from like making relationships and friendships, and it's just been all about you for a while. And so that has been very good for you, but I think the change really is that now you're ready to get back out there and make more friends. And oftentimes when you are working towards your freedom and you're working towards these big goals and dreams, and you have these wishes and fantasies and manifestations going out there, the answer usually comes through a person or through a group of people. So the message is, have the willingness to change, because you're not supposed to be doing it alone. There are people who are supposed to come onto your path to help you, to offer support. And so the message here is, be willing to connect with others. Open yourself to connect with others. It could be something simple like signing up for like a creative class or like a community theater program or volunteering your time somewhere. Those are really good ways to meet friends. So have endurance. I don't see these people coming into your life right away, and you're still kind of ending these projects you have going on. There will be an opportunity for you to move forward and to create your freedom. Perhaps it's like a business, you want to be some kind of entrepreneur. This is the Heron saying you're going to have to be very, very patient. I feel like it's going to take about 3 years to get this big project off the ground. So they're just wanting to know, are you willing to invest this time? I feel like it's hard for you right now because you feel like there aren't a lot of career opportunities and the money isn't coming through as much as you would like it to. And maybe you want to change your home situation. But I feel like just give it a couple more years working at what you've already been on the path of, and just give it some time to grow. Like, your efforts are starting to sprout. It's going to take a couple years for it to really turn into that oak tree, you know? So they're telling you to have hope. Your guardian angel is telling you to have hope and to be flexible. You might have to get another part-time job or find some kind of side work or like a side hustle, maybe selling something online, trying Etsy out, maybe trying Fiverr.com, maybe trying a little bit of nannying on the side, or doing some kind of coaching or lessons or tutoring. And they're saying trust. Trust in this process. You have been healed the past couple months as you've gone through this hermit process. Like, you've been purified and you're ready to move forward. And you probably just felt stuck the past couple months because from May all the way until a couple weeks ago, we had like 6 planets retrograde. So it was like the year of retrogrades. Not a lot really moved forward in the second half of 2018, but that energy has recently lifted. Doors are going to open and you're going to feel really refreshed after this holiday season is over, and you will have the willingness to move forward. So they're telling you to trust. Let's see if we can get any final messages from your guardian angel about your situation. Your purpose. They're reminding you that your purpose is revealed in layers, kind of like peeling layers from an onion. So sometimes it's not like you just wake up one day and know exactly your purpose and you know the whole plan. For me, I knew that my purpose was like to heal and communicate, but it took me a while to realize like how I was supposed to do that. It took me a while to like find my way to this whole like rainbow harmony concept, and the idea is still expanding. So remember, you're always expanding, you're always growing, you're always changing, just like that little seed that grows into a little sprout and turns into that oak tree. So you might have to be flexible and change direction accordingly, but I think the core idea of what you want to accomplish here is right. Like, you are on the right path. We see the dreams card next to the purification card. I think they're telling you to recommit yourself to your dreams and be willing to spend the time that you need to get this done. Working towards my fashion styling career taught me a lot about this. This is one of the things I repeat the most on the channel, but it took me 10 years of working for free as a fashion stylist and working part-time as a swim teacher in order to be able to finally get out of that swim teacher job and full-time do fashion styling. So it took me a lot. It took a long time. And that's okay, you know? I always tell people, might as well die trying. Might as well spend your time working towards what you want. Your situation will improve over time. So here's your guardian angel watching over you, telling you to be willing to invest the time it's going to take to get this off the ground. And the wonderful thing is you found your spiritual truth and you're really anchored in that. And your desires are your compass that lead you in the direction of your life mission and soul purpose. So focus on your desires, focus on your dreams, and there will be opportunities that will come out of the blue too. I think the other biggest message from this is to not shut yourself off to making friends. Like this year in 2019, making new friends your priority and embrace your weirdness. I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'm sending you happy holidays. So John, how many people do we have left? And who's next?
I missed one, so we have 3 more.
Okay.
Ashley's
Okay, Ashley's next.
next semester in school.
Okay. So Ashley, your next semester in school, you want to know how it's going to go. So I'm just shuffling all these cards back into the deck, making sure that the energy of these decks is clear for you before I pull your cards. Okay, so you wonder what is going to happen your next semester in school for Ashley. Okay, so this message came to me even before I pulled cards. There might be one class that you drop out of, okay? Drop out. So what I would do the first couple weeks of school is just take the full load, take everything you've signed up for, go to these classes, do your best, and make sure you put alerts on your phone on like when the last day is that you can drop out without like penalties. Because I know like if you drop out at a certain time, it's no big deal, it doesn't go on your record. If you wait too long though, then you get like an incomplete, or like it just messes up your GPA or whatever. So just make sure that you mark that on your calendar. And I would do that right now. I would literally, like, after this talk, go on your school's website and see if there's any info on it and just put alerts. And I feel like the day that that alert goes off, you really need to consider dropping out. You might even do it ahead of time, because I feel like there's going to be one professor and one class that you're just like, wow, like this person is so hardcore and like this workload is crazy. And I feel like compared to your other classes, you might not be able to handle it. Now, I don't know if that's going to jeopardize like a scholarship you have. Or I know in order to get like certain funding, you have to go full time and you have to drop a class or something. Sorry, you guys, my phone, I think it kind of got like overheated and stopped for a second. So basically, Ashley, I feel like there's going to be one class you might have to drop out of, and just keep that in mind. I don't think it's going to be a bad thing. I think it's just you're going to have to figure out and like kind of rearrange things. And it might be that you drop out of this class and you might have to look for another one to fill that spot for like the credits and everything that you need. So there might be a little bit of that going on, but ultimately it's going to be really exciting. I feel like you're going to meet some new friends, like actually it's like some girlfriends. That's going to be the most exciting thing. It's going to be really fun. I think your social life is really going to take off this semester. I feel like you've been in school long enough to be able to balance the school and the social life. I think one of the funnest things about college is the people that you meet and the parties and just like everything. Like I think you should really enjoy the experience this semester and set your goals so that you can also enjoy your life while you're going through it. And then this is also saying it's a rebirth. It's a new beginning. It's a brand new start. And I feel like you're getting further into your studies where you're actually starting to take courses that have to do with what you're actually going to school for. Because I know like the first couple years of school, you're just taking like preliminary courses and you're just getting the credits you need to get to in order to get to the next level. So you're at this point now where you're actually studying like the real shit. And I think it's going to be really informative for you. There's a message about saving money on textbooks. I feel like right now, if you know what books you need, like get on Craigslist or whatever and try to buy used books. I'm sure you already know all the tips and tricks on that, but there's a reminder to get on that as soon as you can. Maybe even to sell some of your books from your last semester if you can. And then there's also a message for travel. I don't know if you're going to want to travel abroad or if that's the plan, but there's a message about that. Like you might become aware this semester of an opportunity to travel abroad next semester, or who knows, maybe even this semester. So be open to that, because I do see some travel abroad coming, and I feel like if your school offers that, take advantage of it, because that's always one of the most memorable parts of college, is if you get to travel abroad. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards about your next semester. Whoop. They want you to bring more water to school with you. It's going to help you focus, to be drinking lots and lots and lots of water. I remember I saw this girl who had like this cute water bottle, and it had like slices of strawberry and lime in it and like mint, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, even if you have to kind of spruce up your water bottle and like get a really cute one just to like make you excited and like make you remember to bring it to school, so you're not grabbing coffee or soda or tea or whatever. Like you need to drink more water. And I feel like you're really healthy and you're health conscious already, but there's a message that's going to help you stay alert in class and focus. This is also reminding you that while you're in school, you can also start branding yourself, because I think when a lot of people get out of college, they realize like, oh crap, like I need to market myself. And so they have to start at the beginning when it comes to coming up with like a social media or with a LinkedIn account or something. So start your social media now and start kind of thinking about branding yourself. Uh-oh, it's frozen. Yeah, I think your phone overheated.